Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to ChippysCouch. So we're back for another day of Terraria Masochist mod. Now today's episode is going to be focused solely on the Golem fight. Today I want to make sure that that boss is done and cleared so that we can move on. Yesterday we had a few really good attempts to try and take it down, but ultimately we didn't stick the landing. Now, for those who haven't seen the previous episode, we ended up fighting Golem right here on the surface. I used my little actuator trick and brought the fight here. But apparently, according to you guys, that boss will now enrage when on the surface. And that's like a little twist with Masochist mod. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take that fight right back to the temple and see if we can beat it there. Because ultimately, I feel like that would be the most satisfying place to take down a boss like that. Now, truth be told, I actually recorded the first half of this episode earlier today. But unfortunately, the audio is broke. Now, usually, I don't really play the audio when it's broke because it's a little bit goofy and a bit pointless. But I want you to really appreciate what happened today. So my microphone decided that it's time for me to talk really slow and really deep. And I don't know why. And I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like this is how so many people around the world hear my voice anyway, because they're always like, oh, you sound really old. But do I sound like this? Hey everyone, my name is James, and welcome back to ChippysCouch. So we're back for another day of Terraria Masochist mode. Yeah, honestly, I've got no idea why it did that. Still don't have a clue. I restarted my computer, and bam, here we are. Fresh day, sounding good. Okay, so that's the beginning of the episode done, because I've already done this twice, I'm kind of over it. I went ahead and do this fight. So, here's what I did, boys. Here is my little temple, and you might be thinking, James, this is not that good. This looks pretty bad, right? How are you going to fight it in here? Well, you may know that you actually can't destroy any of these blocks right now, because you need a pixel, which you actually obtain from defeating Golem. So it's a little bit of a catch-22 there. But we've done this, and this is what I set up in the episode that failed. Bam! Look at that! I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do this, but this is kind of genius. I'm going to pat myself on the back for this one. I'm going to give myself points towards the Wiki Gang, you know what I mean? The elite gamer group. Yeah, this is actually really cool to just, disable some of the blocks in the room and make it much larger. I don't know why I've never done this before, but I think it's probably because I'm so used to that little, that system of just taking it to the surface that I don't really care all that much. I guess, yeah, in reality, who even needs to do this with a regular Golem? Man, I tell you what, I'll always fire shots at Golem, and I'll do it until they change it. I'm such a negative person when it comes to Golem, but I think it's justified. It's like the one boss that I'm actually kind of decent at, and here I am, acting like the big man, do you know what I mean? Like, if this was Duke Fishron, I'd be like, nah, fam, we need to nerf that. It's a bit too hard for that point in the game, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so much like yesterday, it basically crashed once I spawned in Golem. So make sure, if you're playing this yourself, you have a quick save or something like that. Make sure that's enabled, because it would suck to lose a little bit of progress. I mean, I didn't, so I don't really care, but it is what it is. I got back here, though, and I did die. This area is a little bit chaotic. Sometimes you get here, and it's nice and chill. Sometimes you get here, and it's just awful. It really is, but that's alright. So we're almost ready for Golem. We want to make sure that it's completely cleared and we have full health so that we can do this. Because I want to give it the best shot we can give it, right? This is an unaggravated Golem fight. And I want to see what that's all about, you know? I want to know if it's even possible with this setup. I have so many questions. So let's answer them. Okay? Bam. Oh, it crashed again. Oh, I really didn't expect it, because yesterday it was fine after the crash. My God. Alright, boys. Third time is going to be the charm. We're going to do this. Okay, let me make sure I've got all of these, though. I'm kind of nervous. We don't know exactly how many you've got. You just keep clicking until you're like, yeah, that feels right. Alright, let's wait for this darkness to go. I think it's this stealth creeper that's causing it. Damn you, stealth creeper. These things are deadly, man. If they run up and, if they get you, it's a big death. Right, okay. Whee! It worked! Hey! 2 cheers for Golem. Okay, so my strategy for this fight is much like any other Golem fight. I intend to basically stay in the air for as long as possible. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip down every now and again to try and grab myself a little bit of hearts off the floor. And I'm noticing right here, which is kind of nice, the Golem fist is actually too short to reach me, which is pretty ideal, I'm not going to lie. Now, I don't know if that's because that's Golem, or it's just simply because my arena is so nicely designed. Thank you very much, James. Another little pat on the back, right? I don't get to do many things that are actually decent without your help, you know? I've become very reliant on the wiki gang, let's just say that. So, you know, I'll take any kind of praise where it's coming, even if it's my own. Oh, man, I am only kidding. So I went and got my new tyres today, you know, carrying on with the mundane chit-chat. It was pretty good, actually. When I went to go get them, it was kind of lucky in a weird way because they had all of the January sales. A lot of businesses have this because basically in Britain, a lot of people pay their tax in January. So they're like, right, let's just quickly make up the business real quick and just get a little bit of extra dosh to pay the tax bill. So I got it at a pretty good price and I was very happy with it. And now my car feels very nice, which I didn't expect to feel. Like, I thought it would be one of those things where you buy them and you go, well, that was a waste of money. Really wish I didn't have to buy that. But I was driving around, I was like, this is actually pretty nice. My car felt grippier. It cornered a little bit better. It was amazing. And that's about as much car lingo as I know, so don't worry about that. Over with the car talk. Okay, so this fight is going pretty great. Now, I've got a theory that I'm going to spit out right now. So this is the less aggravated version. And I feel like basically, I feel like I'm doing more damage to it. And I feel like maybe that's the aggravation. But as a trade-off to this, I would also say that maybe we're doing more damage because we're closer with our summons because... Sorry, my throat's about to go, I can tell. I need a drink. Alright, let me try and... Oh, God. We're going to die, but that's fine. This was a good first attempt. And then we'll chat. But basically what I'm trying to get at is my summons are constantly doing damage, which is better. Okay, we died, but that's fine. That was a good first attempt, and it lets me have a drink. To be honest, I kind of wanted to die because I just wanted my drink. Okay, so since we last spoke, I've had 2 Golem crashes and also a big fail. So I'm coming at this one, you know, with a little bit more optimism. I think I might win. So I made some very small changes, just ones that I noticed based on my own footage. So I really tried to, like, study the second half, and I think I understand, like, how to avoid the attacks now. And also, I added in the golden shower, right? Because I thought, you know what? I haven't said enough goofy stuff in this series already. Had to go ahead and make a golden shower. Now you boys know why I don't play Crimson, right? Don't want to say that one. But nah, for real, this is actually a really good weapon because it gives that debuff. I always forget about it, though. So in reality, I'm like, here it is, good weapon, but it's very forgetful for me. I also added in the Heart Lantern from the Plantera Arena, a third one. Because I thought, why not? I'm going to be circling past it anyway, and it just makes the fight a little bit easier for me, right? Which is always good. Okay, so with that said, we are going to destroy all these bad lads. And then if this is a fight that actually spawns in, this will be the take that we use, boy. That'd be great. Okay. Okay, so here I am in the second phase. I'm going to do my best to talk for a little minute to talk and show one of the attacks. So basically, this thing hovers in the air, and then it slides left or right, you know, depending on which way it's going to go. But you can always tell when it's going to do it, and then you have to dip under the height that it was flying at so that you don't get hit by the additional attacks. That was a really bad example, because quite clearly then, as I was talking about it, he did the attack, and I clearly wasn't paying attention. So I think I lost this fight because I wanted to explain it. And I didn't even do a good job of explaining it, so like, what a waste of time, boys. That's alright. Maybe we can pull it back. I don't know. No. The answer's no. Alright. Well, next time, I'm just going to do it, and then we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? Will I win? Will I not? Probably so. But clearly, when I talk over boss fights, that's when it all goes bad. Yesterday, we died because I was talking about beef stew. So, that does summarize me pretty well. It's a brand new day. Hey, how you all doing? So, it turns out I wasn't able to beat Golem using that summoner's build. I tried for about 2, maybe 3 hours last night, but I definitely underestimated the second part of the fight. I feel like where I went wrong is basically having like too many things going on at once, and then I also didn't make the arena big enough because there's a lot of things that spawn in on the floor, and you want to do your best to avoid all of that, so if you can like avoid it, you do a lot better, so making the arena bigger really helped. I've moved over to a ranger's build, and I've done this for 2 reasons. Number 1, I'm kind of sick of the destroyer gun sound. It just sounds like bleh, bleh. And after a couple of hours, you get kind of bored of it. But then also, I used the Mega Shark real briefly in one of my fights because I ran out of mana regen. And I was like, you know what? This is actually pretty good. I forget how good non-summoner is. So I thought to make it a little bit easier on myself, I've gone to the Mega Shark and a Chlorophyte build. And then I just crafted some Ichor bullets. Because what I was doing was I was alternating between the Golden Shower and my weapon. Which sounds goofy, but yeah. But with this, I don't have to worry about that. I just have to focus on aiming, which is something, when I'm not talking, I'm actually alright at. Even though you guys all disagree and you think I'm the worst shot going, I understand. So I'm going to go into this with a fresh mindset. Like I say, it's a brand new day. Just spent the morning with Python. That was great. He was a bit of a champ. It's raining right now, and Courtney's got the car for today. He picked me up. I was very grateful of that. Thank you. So yeah, we're going to go into this a little bit differently and see if it pays off. But then also for the rest of the episode, because it's like a brand new day, I'm just going to make it a little bit longer. I want to do some dungeoning, and I also want to try Duke Fishron. I want to see what it looks like and what we have to prepare for, because I feel like that's just going to be a bit of a train wreck as well. I tell you what though, I'll take a boss fight that's hard and I have to work on in one of these mods over a boss that's a bit too easy and I'm disappointed by any day. The thing is, I'm actually having a lot of fun. Other than the crashes, it's a really great fight. So I think this one, honestly, is like actually one of my favorites in the mod so far. But yeah, I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to crack on and see what I can do. But I'm very confident now I've got these Ichor bullets. And once again, was able to craft these because I bought all that Ichor for the arrows. So it's paying off big because that was just going to waste. And I'm kind of glad I got it now. So yeah, checking in, this is loads better. The damage is quite a bit different. And I think if you can kill a boss quicker, then it's got less time to kill you, right? But ultimately, this fight is so hard because it has this debuff that essentially lowers your defense. So if you basically like stumble a little bit in the fight and then you get hit once or twice, that's your health gone. And of course, in a fight like this, that can be over pretty quickly, you don't really have time to wait for like healing pots or like your little life farms to really kick in. It doesn't really help all that much. So that's why I've been struggling, but seeing the damage increase is actually pretty motivating. I appreciate it. I can actually get 2 of these bad boys in as well, so I'm going to let these summons do stuff as well, because they're not always doing constant damage, so yeah, cool. Alright, I feel a lot more confident today. This is good. Okay, I'm into the second phase, which is where I bottle it each and every time. I just kind of run into too many things. You know, there's a lot going on, so we'll see what happens, alright? Like then, I just took multiple shots even though I'd been doing really well. There's a third one. You get what I mean? Yeah, once again, this isn't turning out so well. I think I just need to get better at dodging, honestly. That's like one of the biggest things I've got to learn. This fight's gone much quicker. But what happens is sometimes you get really lucky with those Plantera balls. So those Plantera balls actually do like a hell of a lot of damage. It's just kind of situational whether it will hit the Golem or not. But you can see the health like rapidly go down whenever it does. It's really good. Oh, look at that. That was a good dodge. Okay, this is actually getting scarily close. And this is the closest. Oh, that's the closest I've ever been. Oh, man. That was going so well. I'm so gutted. I really thought that would be the one. Heart was pumping, boys. Come on. Come on, we're so close. We're so close, but we could still lose it. Don't die to the Moonlord laser. There we go. Boys, it's done. Mark my words, the next series, I swear to God, is going to be relaxing. Because I'm tense right now. I'm frustrated. But there we go. It's finally done. I'm very proud of myself. You may have noticed in the last little clip, but I didn't figure this out for an extra hour. I wasn't wearing Chlorophyte armor. I was still wearing Tiki armor. I swore that I moved it over, but clearly I didn't. But do you know what I think might happen during one of the crashes? It swapped back. But there we go. Alright, well, what we can do is we can flip this. And it's like, nothing even happened here, boys. Nothing even happened. Did he spend hours of his life doing basically jack all? Yeah, nothing happened. Look, it's just a regular old temple. Okay, right. We're bailing on that. I'm done. Alright, cool. I feel very satisfied now that I've done. Like, I'm really glad I got it out the way. Okay, so let me flog some of this stuff because we're running low on the finances. Because, actually, we're doing alright. Look at that. Free plat. Your boy's rich. Okay, so what did we get? we got a lizard treasure box, 8 defense, too many booby traps to open. Grants immunity to burning, fused, and low ground. You erupt into spiky balls when injured. Press down in the air to fall faster. Fast fall will create a fiery eruption on impact after falling a certain distance. Okay, well, let's try it out. So let's take off this this movement, for example, this iron enchantment. We're going to fly up really high and slam back down. Is that the... Did I press the right button? What button is it? Press down. Oh, I was pressing right click. Okay. Oh, snap. That's actually really cool. I imagine this would be good during Duke Fishron because say you wanted to drop down one side, you could be like, pop, 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 pop. Whoa. That's really cool. I like that. I actually think that's pretty decent, to be honest. I think it might be time to take this accessory away and then bring on this, because I think this will be my my loadout for Duke Fishron. But then again, I think I would also swap over that for that. Is that weird? I don't know. Okay, let's open this up. Bam. So we got a sunstone. We also got some beetle husks. We got a shiny stone, which we'll keep for fast healing, basically. And there we go. So what I want to do now is I want to basically farm out for the Master Ninja Gear, because I know that you've got to move quite quickly during Duke Fishron. So I'm going to farm out for that. We're going to go to the dungeon, see if anything is like out of whack. But I'm really glad I did that. I know I was kind of like memeing about like being frustrated and all that, but I am actually super satisfied that I did it. It just took a lot of time, a lot more time than I was expecting, and I was getting a little bit salty. But I'm glad I did it. I tell you what, this actually activates pretty quickly. When it said from a certain height, I almost thought it would be like really high. But it's pretty good. I like it. I think genuinely it's going to be good for Duke Fishron. Whoa, whoa, what is that? What is that? I don't understand what's going on. What is that? Why is that just confetti? What was that? Wiki gang, I need some help. So yeah, basically, I'm just farming away in the dungeon. I got here and nothing really interesting happened, so I didn't really say too much or like film too much, do you know what I mean? But that was different. That was pretty interesting. That was a bit high energy, boys. I didn't expect that today. I played a lot of Terraria. That really did like catch me off guard. It was pretty good. So yeah, I'm just going to be here farming away for all the items that I need. I realized pretty quickly that this would be pretty boring in a way to show, just because it's going to be me farming away. But, you know, I kind of needed something relaxing after so much Golem. So yeah, I'm actually more looking forward to doing Plantera than anything. So this is more like a hurdle in the way. So I'm guessing that this is a debuff so that you can't fire. Does it do any damage? Oh, it doesn't. Maybe? I think it's the summons doing damage. But I will say, it looks amazing. And I kind of want this to be a permanent thing. Is there confetti bullets in Terraria? I think there is, isn't there? Or I guess there's the confetti gun, or something like that. This is cool. So I've actually got part 1 of the Master Ninja Gear. So I'm like getting there. It's actually not been too long already, which is nice. So I'm kind of aware that if I want to do Duke Fishron with an actual decent ranger setup, it's probably best that I make shrew my armor. But I'm going to save that for tomorrow's episode rather than doing it today, because I don't want to cram too much into one episode. So I think what I'll do is I'll have a look at Duke Fishron and be like, okay, it does this. And then we'll make like a really godly setup for tomorrow so that it's like really powerful in that. Because I think that'd be for the best. And with that, there we go. I got both pieces, so I'm bailing on this for now. That was really quick. Like, I'm really happy that I went and did that. So, Master Ninja Gear. Oh, yeah, I just remembered. I don't have my my Tinkerer station in here. Alright, it's time to do Duke Fishron. I want to know what colour it's going to be. My prediction would probably be, it's kind of blue, so I'm going to go with pink, right? I know that a lot of resprites have been pink, but I think King Slime was blue, and they changed it to pink, so they'll probably do the same for Duke Fishron. Oh, look at that! We got a little Pigron. That's so cute. Oh my god, bacon. I'll take it right before a fight. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's buff up. So my objective here is kind of like Sonic. I'm just about speed. I just want to evade the attacks more than anything. And we'll see how that goes. I mean, I don't really know, right? This could go terrible. But that's why I'm using a balloon alongside wings, and I've also got the Master Ninja gear, because I just want to evade, basically. So I added this this platform to the top. So this platform was based on my old jump hikes. I didn't know if I was going to use the balloon or not. And basically, it's going to allow me to reset my flight if I really need it to. But considering how this is going so far, what did I get killed by? Mutant James was ripped by the cold hand of death. Did I just, like, die? Or was it just that? I'm going to be honest, I wasn't looking at my health because I thought I'd evaded every attack. So I'm really confused. Okay, let's try this one more time. See what goes down. I didn't even react to the colour. I really wasn't paying attention. Oh, it is pink. Haha, nice. I focused so much, I was like, right, this is an actual fight. You've got to pay attention. Do you know what I mean? Duke Fishron's hard, man. It's definitely my Achilles heel. You know what I mean? This, Queen Bee. I mean, you all know this, right? I've mentioned this a million times. Okay, so I'm actually getting hurt. All right. That makes a lot more sense than what was going on in my head before. I thought I just randomly died. I really did as well. Okay, well that's not good. That's some typhoony boys. Alright, at least they don't home in like actual typhoons. Okay, so what would I say so far? I would almost say this fight comes down to evasion more than anything. Which is kind of like always Duke Fishron anyway, right? But I would say it's like, it's quite serious here. I don't know if... See, better armor, I've got confusion. Oh god, I hate confusion so much. Better armor would obviously make it so that I could survive a few more hits, but I feel like you don't win this fight until you can avoid all of the incoming damage, basically. Okay. Oh, well, there we go. That was actually, genuinely, I think, pretty good. Now, I might be doing that thing where I underestimate the second half, but I feel like with a lot of practice, of course, and, yeah, some better armor, I think we could do this. I actually think I'm definitely on the right path to winning that fight. So if we open up boss checklist, let's have a little look at what we got. So I skipped over the pumpkin event. I can now do the frost moon event as well. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow just for fun. I find those events to be a little bit boring, but seeing them here, if we just disable that, it looks a lot cleaner. So yeah, we've got Martian Madness to do, which is going to be interesting. Maybe we'll do that for an extra summon. And then, yeah, we'll do Duke Fishron tomorrow. So, guys, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. If you did enjoy, please be sure to give the video a big fat thumbs up. I put a lot of work into it. And if you are new around here, and this is your first time watching, maybe consider clicking the subscribe button. I make stuff like this all the time, so if you enjoyed it, you'll enjoy some more. Right, see you in the next one, guys. I hope you're all well. Peace.